Dr. Kasturi Bhattacharjee. She is a glowing face and so capable. She is the director of Sri Shankradeva Netralaya Group of Institutions, India, global examiner for FRCS Glasgow. She is super qualified. And I want to hear, ma'am, what's your mantra to success?
Thank you, Arti, for the very nice introduction. At the outset, I'd like to thank Dr. Mohita, Dr. Namrata, and all the wonderful ladies here for giving me an opportunity to spend this wonderful evening with the wonderful ladies. Like, you have asked me what is success. If you ask me what is success, I can very rightly say that success is opposite to failure. It is when we learn from the failures, and this failure are the step towards the success. It is another word, it is an answer to the perseverance, to the hard work. And I have realized success, for me, success is when we understand that there's a very thin line between obstacles and opportunity. And I believe that with every obstacle is an opportunity to improve ourselves. So when I was mentioning about obstacles, opportunity, I just like to say something about myself. Like around more than 2 decades back, when I just completed my MBBS, and in the first year residency, I married. And that same year, I had my first daughter coming. And then in the third year of my residency, I had my second daughter coming. So with these 2 young daughters, I was very confused with so much of studies. What should I do? Should I go ahead with a career, or do I need to sit back and be a happy mother? Then in the midst of this confusion, what I realized that the motherhood is a journey. It is not a destination. So I began my journey as a challenge to accomplish both my career and also to raise my 2 daughters. Went for Shankara Netralaya, Chennai for my first fellowship, where my younger one was only 3 months. She was not only had the head, neck holding, and my elder one was only 2 years. So with both the children, I decided to do the fellowship. And after doing the fellowship, I completed, then I came to Sri Shankaradeva Netralaya. And likewise, interesting thing, when I was in SN Chennai, with my younger daughter only 3 months, and after 2 months, I came to know that I have passed the DNB theory. So I was thinking that whether I should go for the practical examination or not. But I decided, okay, I'll go for the practical examination. Then from there, I went to Gandhi Medical College, Bhopal, to appear for my practical, and luckily I passed. I'm very thankful to my friend, Dr. Pratibha, because I got an opportunity to stay in the house. And then I came back and started my job in Shankaradeva Netralaya. And then in 2003, I decided, this is because of curiosity. I have never been to UK. So I was thinking that with all this, like doing an MD in Assam and also doing a DNB, whether with this education, should I appear directly for an international examination? So I went to Edinburgh and I took up my FRCS, and that was my first visit to UK. And I could pass the Edinburgh FRCS examination in my first attempt. And very happily, I became the first lady ophthalmologist of Northeastern Assam to have a FRCS in ophthalmology. And then after 2 years, because Edinburgh examination is a little different from that of Glasgow, you have 4 sets. Like you have to sit for the theory there, then you have to sit for the practicals, the vivas and the clinics. And then the last day is a neuro-ophthalmology and the medicine examination in a different center. And within this time, they also assess you. So after 2 years, I became the FRCS examiner. That's something it really made me happy. And last year also, I got the FRCS Glasgow, and now I am not the first lady ophthalmologist, but the first ophthalmologist of Assam to have a double FRCS. So likewise, I'm busy with my publications and also the different, awards. But what really touched me is that the Rangacharya Award and also I think the Arvo Award. I think many of my young, juniors, you should try for this DCRFT award, because they give you a grant of $4,500 US. And this is basically on the work related to research. But my actual tough time came in 2019 when I became the director and had to take care of the 3 pillars: the academic research, the clinics, and also the community. And also giving highest commitment to the quality improvement and the patient process. So now what is my success mantra as a director? Like what I believe that the most important, being in a leadership position, I think we have to work as a top-down and a bottom-up approach. being in a top down, like what is a vision, mission, we have to percolate downwards, and the bottom up means you need to go to the frontline worker, you need to understand them, you need to get the feedback in order to have a bottom line approach, and also follow at the same time the 6 directives of the IOM, being the patient centric and the just culture. So if you ask me my success mantra, the first is what we call it PDCA, that is, we have to plan everything that you do, you need to plan. Then you do it, and you need to check that whether what has been done in the past and what will be done in the future, then you act. And once you do this cycle, and if you need a repetition, you need to improvise it and again keep this PDA cycle going it. And one should really be very, very honest, sincere, believe in yourself. Like, my competition is with myself. What I am today, I should be better tomorrow. And the most important is respect to time, and all that any one of us target must be time bound with very, very clear deadlines. And lastly, being in this leadership position now, I would like to request that we all leaders, like you all are leaders, all these wonderful
It's
leaders,
9 o'clock.
I realize that we should always try to empower other women, amplify the women voices, and help more women to reach international and international leadership positions. So that is briefly like about me and my success mantra.